Microsoft's Xbox division is deep in development of their next most powerful console with Xbox Project Scarlett. Xbox Game Studios has several teams working on several new games, and the game streaming division is building up xCloud services. And Xbox's next move may put PlayStation and Google Stadia in a competition that will be hard to beat. This is Colt Eastwood. Welcome to the channel, and if you've been watching the content for a while, consider subscribing, and if you want to support the channel, hit the join button below and you'll get early access to content and custom hand-drawn badges. Hit the bell to be notified of new content, and let's get into this new strategy for xCloud. Now that E3 had settled and news for Xbox has been quieting down, there is more talk generating for xCloud game streaming. Insiders are whispering about a small TV set-top box much like Apple TV or a Roku that is purpose-built for xCloud game streaming. The xCloud streaming box may have been where the rumors of Lockhart came from, or sources got it mixed up with the plans to sell an affordable streaming vehicle for TVs. The purpose of this streaming box is to facilitate low-latency game streaming on a TV with a wireless controller with just enough processing power in the box to compute game assets that would otherwise be lagging behind over the internet connection. The xCloud streaming box would be marketed to sell at a $60 to $100 price point, bringing most of the major console gaming features and access to entertainment apps without shelling out $300 or more for a console. This is the first we're hearing about the xCloud experience on a TV or monitor, which puts Xbox games in more homes or maybe just in a second room. The other strategy of xCloud is to make the services seamless and mobile with touchscreen controls, scaling text and assets for smaller screens, and making sure that the market is ready with phone mounts like this to play with your Xbox wireless controller. But Microsoft hasn't stopped there. They are in a patent process of developing Switch-style removable Xbox controller pads to place on your tablet or phone. The patents don't show much, and the visual concepts online look a bit ridiculous. Here is a more believable concept visual I designed that will have trigger paddles on the back of both left and right controller pieces. You'll have full access to the suite of 14 plus buttons used in all of your games. The pads will likely come with a charging dock and a simple flexible or spring-loaded clamp to hold onto the phone without obscuring too much of the screen. The idea of xCloud is to bring the Xbox game experience in its entirety without feeling disconnected from your console. Continue to game away from your TV if it's being used. Play on a long commute. Take your game progress and save to a friend's house instantly by streaming on xCloud, and all of this is your choice. Touchscreen or your favorite Xbox wireless controller or the new game pads on the sides of your mobile screen. The other idea for xCloud is to bring customers to the Xbox ecosystem without requiring a console purchase upwards to $400 to $500 next generation, giving the option to buy an xCloud streaming box for the home for less than $100 or on any mobile screen on Wi-Fi or on the mobile network. Google Stadia requires the purchase of their wireless controller with the paid monthly service to access the several games available at launch. Essentially, the controller is the streaming vehicle connected to a smart TV and the internet to stream better than console quality games with no hardware to purchase or upkeep. But xCloud is already threatening the appeal of Stadia with xCloud's ability to run on iOS and Android phones, while Stadia only supports Google Pixel 3 phones. And in order to use Google Stadia on your TV, you are required to use their wireless controller and a Chromecast Ultra device, which is $129 for both in the US. xCloud is rumored to offer a TV-paired low-latency box for less than $100. Google Stadia will likely launch with a 24 plus games, while xCloud will likely launch with dozens, maybe more, of first-party titles and whatever games are already approved in the coming year. But if you want to stream from your home console, you'll have access to every game you own digitally. Google Stadia is already garnering pre-orders and anticipation while also generating some of the distrust from the gaming community that doesn't have faith in a service that is totally removed from physically based local hardware. xCloud offers an expressed advantage with it being paired with accessibility to stream games and locally based hardware, powered gaming if you choose to add a console or PC to the mix. Many of the games will be cross-compatible and cross-playable in the Xbox ecosystem. To make xCloud even more appealing than Google Stadia, you can stream any digital game you own on xCloud by connecting to your home console for free. This gives you access to thousands of games on xCloud, and if you pay to use the Azure service, you'll have access to the multitudes of games that the Xbox will have available as they are approved and tested by third-party publishers. xCloud games do not need any additional effort or development time to be added to xCloud, which isn't the case with Google Stadia, which requires a porting process to bring games like Doom Eternal and Ghost Recon Breakpoint to Google's streaming service, but many developers are already on board. The minimum for Google Stadia right now is $130 and is limited to Google's mobile devices with a limited games library, while Microsoft's xCloud will launch with an array of first-party games and any and all of your own digital games for free if you stream from your console. xCloud will support wireless Xbox controllers, touchscreen, and soon a custom mobile screen paired controller for gaming anywhere. With xCloud powered by the world's leading infrastructure in Azure, where Sony and Nintendo will be served, offering more flexibility and more custom tailored approach to gaming where and how you want to play, paired with local hardware on Xbox and PC. It looks like xCloud is the place where the future will play when they can't be at home in front of their favorite TV. This is Colt Eastwood. Thank you so much for watching. xCloud and game streaming is not likely something I'll use very often, since when I'm not at home I'm usually too occupied or too busy to play games. But the prospect of having that option makes me want to keep a second controller handy or get a hold of that two-piece controller when it's designed properly and released. If you like this video and even like this channel, consider supporting what I do. Help me to keep weekly content coming by joining the channel below and becoming a member. Follow me on Xbox and Twitter at Colt Eastwood. Feel free to message me if you have any questions, and if not, I'll see you in the comment section. People have strong opinions about being forced to stream games, but for now and probably the next 10 years, streaming will be an option. So while you're there commenting, please remember, gamers are people too, and just be nice.